Hello, everyone.
Hey everyone, I'm Pia,
I'm Cullen.
and we're here to bring you a message this week from the Voices from the Light, Laarkma's group of all kinds of wisdom coming from the stars and other places of light. Laarkma's going to start our message today, and then they're inviting Mary Magdalene to speak from her perspective, and we're happy to bring that to you for your weekly ability to see something from a different perspective.
So we hope this will be interesting and enlivening and maybe even fun.
Hello, dear ones. We are Laarkmaa, and we are here because we love you. We wish to focus today upon a topic that we have talked about many times before, but you seem to need a refresher course on this particular topic. This topic is about duality and the proper use of duality and the improper reaction to duality. You're on a path of ascension, on a path of evolution, on a path of becoming more fully who you are as you integrate your gifts, your talents, and all aspects of yourself while simultaneously clearing anything that blocks your way. One of the greatest blocks that we see for your species is the focus of duality as something that separates you. You see everything that is opposite as either good or bad, you or me, opposites that are not in any way joined in unity. They stand apart in a definite separation of right and wrong. We wish to point out that the purpose of duality is to bring you an opposite perspective that expands your viewpoint so that you can move more easily into unity. As you begin to see things from this perspective, you can recognize that there is not simply a right and a wrong, but that there can be two rights just coming from a different viewpoint. This helps broaden your view of reality. It helps you move into what you call different timelines. While we say time does not exist, it is part of the illusion. Your proclivity to enjoy calling these differences timelines, we will speak to as dimensional shifts. When you invite in two possible rights, they can come from two different dimensional perspectives. When you allow the different dimensional perspectives to be part of your truth, you're opening a strand of your DNA to another dimensional aspect of who you are. You have 12 strands of DNA in your bodies, not two, each connected to another dimension, and from those dimensions radiating out to even more dimensions. So your focus upon linearity and separation needs to stop. This is the time of changing paradigms. This is the time of seeing opposites as broadening what you see of the true reality, rather than narrowing you into a stance of I'm right and you're wrong. We bring you this revision of what's being shown for you to open your hearts even more and drop away from stances of I have to say what I have to say that's right, and can't say what you say that's right because it's all wrong. You have to stop this behavior because it's full of contention, aggression, and things that separate you even more. Recognize that you can be right and someone else can be right at the same time. This is part of your power, recognizing and accepting other perspectives that may be true from a completely different viewpoint of experience. Perhaps the other person is in another dimension while they're speaking of what they see and hear and feel. Perhaps your dimension of where you are is completely different, but both are right, and you're coming together in this dimension of the third dimension in a way that you present to each other a conflict of contention of who is right. If you wish to expand to multidimensionality, you must begin to weave yourself between dimensional realities by accepting that they're all true. They're all right. Time does not exist. Dimensions do. Different dimensions carry different energies. Different ways of being able to accept one another and where you are bring peace, unity, and harmony. At this time of purification, which we spoke about was going to begin last March and has indeed ramped up on your planet. Purification is bringing many, many needs, blockages, and emotional reactions to the surface. You have a way of becoming belligerent if you feel you're being challenged or someone says what you say is not true. Or you have a way of just pushing it down and getting quiet rather than speaking up and saying what you need to say. This is another form of separation, and neither of those paths or choices lead you toward unity. So we really, truly want you to expand your possibility. Accept others' perspective as a possibility, whether you agree with it or not. Do not criticize or claim that others are wrong. Simply acknowledge that they have a different perspective and find peace in your heart. Do not cling to what you believe is true either. For what you believe in this moment may change in the next. You may see a broader view. You may see a different way of seeing it. It is only a perspective for the moment. So needing to be right is no longer your friend. Needing to stand up for the truth is always your friend. These are things we wish to bring to you to help you move forward in this time of great emotional challenge and this great period of purification. We are working with people on a daily basis as quickly as we can to remove your blocks and help you see where you stop yourself from being able to expand and grow. If you're on one of our waiting lists for a session, trust that in the right synchronistic moment, your turn will come. Pia and Cullen work with us every day, doing this work to help you move through this time of purification and move forward into a time of more lightness and more integration of who you truly are. And now we would like to give you the opportunity to hear from our friend, Mary Magdalene. I am Mary Magdalene. I come to you from the light. I come to you from the stars. I come to you with love in my heart to match the love that is in your heart. I am here to continue the conversation about duality and give you more instructions from my point of view of how to move through the challenges you are experiencing. What I would say to you follows what Mother Mary said some weeks ago about laying down your burden. I would expand upon that by saying, lay down your need to be right. Lay down your need to have your point of view validated. I would say to you, surrender, surrender, surrender. And what I'm asking you to surrender is the little things that don't matter. Something that annoys you that someone else does or says, but really is only part of the personality in that moment. Surrender the need to correct, the need to concern yourself with whether it is right or wrong. Surrender the need to voice an opinion. Surrender those things and just become the cosmic observer. Observe what is happening. This is the how. Observe what they say and the space in which they are saying it. Observe your own option to react or respond. Observe what is happening and become the witness. The how to move through this time of purification is all about surrender, acceptance, and observation. You can stop the conflict that you feel in your interpersonal relationships when your communication does not go smoothly. You can stop that simply by monitoring your own reactions and your own need to prove that you are right and the other is wrong. You can stop the way that you feel unhappy because you're not being heard correctly by recognizing that perhaps in that particular moment, the energy is not there to be heard. But in another moment, you may express yourself more fully, or the other person may be able to hear you more deeply. Surrender to the energy of what is present. Do not try to control what is happening. Accept what is happening, surrender to other possibilities, and be patient with the process. Do not need to be right. Do not need to prove your point. Do not need to do these things. Become the constant witness, the constant person in surrender of love, recognizing that as you accept everything that is happening and speak the truth when you are called to stand up for the truth, and it is important, Then you are focusing upon the big things that actually make a change. Then you are offering a perspective that helps broaden the reality where others may see and hear a different perspective to bring in more unity. But the little things, we would say, lay down your burden. Lay down the need to be right. Lay down the need to show someone else how they were wrong. Lay down the need to prove yourself. Those are little things, and they're part of the old paradigm of the personality who you believed yourself to be. They are not part of who you truly are. I bring you this message about duality and the how to move through it with all the love that shines from my heart, my family, and our Pleiadian community. We are here to support you, to love you, and continually bring you back to the how that always lives in your heart, full of love, compassion, kindness, grace, trust, and gratitude. I thank you for this opportunity to be with you. I leave you in love. Thank you for being present, everyone. Thank you for what you do in this journey of evolution. Thank you for being willing to listen to the perspectives we bring. And we love you.
I think it's really important to understand that all of what we do, all of us together, is all about teamwork, collaboration, community, and creating as much unity as possible. So just know that we're all in this together, and it's our job to help each other and to move into a much more joyous and much more happy life.
Have a good week.
Bye for now. Check out our books, card deck, calendars, and articles at laarkmaa.com. That's LAARKMAA.com.